Oh. Alright, guys, let's have a quickie. One daytime stream coming right up. It is Tuesday. There's not supposed to be a daytime stream on Tuesday. But our daytime streams are really erratic these days. So it's just whatever day I'm available, really. Alright. You guys will be pleased to know we are dropping the price of Pokemon 151 today. Because we just got a nice restock in, and so I'm not as worried about running out of it. Okay, so Pokemon 151 will come in at $14 a pack. It's still pretty hot. Let's see, what are we going to say? Pokemon 151 restock price drop. And then we'll say, we'll just say restock. Because really we're just going back down to 14. So Pokemon 151 restock cases only. And we have Lillie and Charizard break. New selling service. Live card shop. Alright, so we'll hit save on that. Let's go ahead and get the tags real fast. How's it going, everybody? A happy daytime stream is 4:25. So if we do this correctly, I need to be done by, 5:30. So it should be like 1 hour of daytime stream. Daytime stream was never meant to be a long thing. It was just meant to be like a little update in the middle of the workday, you know what I mean? Honestly, I've been relaxing. I was looking for my birth certificate today, which apparently I do not have. It is time for me to get my driver's license updated, and I've really been procrastinating on that. And anyways, apparently you need your birth certificate according to the website, but I can't find it. So I don't know if I even have it. Maybe I ran away from home with no birth certificate, so now I don't know what to do. We are going live. Hope you guys are having a great day. Okay. This is going to be over here. And over here. Okay, I got the live stream out. What else do I want to do? You were birthed, you were hatched. Just walk everywhere. Your DMV asked for birth certificate? I don't know if it will. I should call them and ask them, like, do I really need my birth certificate? Can I just give you like 100 receipts of me living here? I mean, this is Missouri, so yeah, it might actually require the birth certificate. There's other states that probably maybe they don't care as much. But here in Missouri, they might care. They might be like, we ain't letting no illegals have driver's license. So it might be like that. I don't know. Let's see. But I went to the website and it said you gotta have a birth certificate. Close this. Oh, right. Remember this? We were doing the inflation calculator. Look at this, guys. This was the average income in 1930 was $1,380, which today is worth $25,000. And you know what $25,000 is? That is like maybe a similar wage to what you would earn at Walmart, Target, McDonald's, any fast food company. So if you are working at one of those places, you are living as if you're in the Depression for the 1930s. How wild is that? Jonathan Morris, what's up, man? How's it going? We got your packs right here. Can I open them? Look what I got. So I got this Gengar so that we could grade him with like PSA or something. And I already know he's not going to grade 10. Yeah, he looks pretty worn out, actually. Oh, he looks worse than I thought he looked. Oh, wow, that's real worn out. How much did I pay for that guy? I think I paid a lot for that. Dude, I'm telling you, buying raw cards never really pays off. I like buying graded cards. But let's look this guy up. Get my ass kicked on this. He got grade like 2. I paid $330 for this card. $330. Damn, that's a lot. But he's going to be shipped off to PSA when we do that PSA submission. Buy this over here, maybe. I can't afford it. I've been driving without a license for 10 years. My stepson got in an accident with my vehicle, and I was arrested for it. I refuse to be blackmailed by the government. Well, you know, I don't really feel it's blackmail. I feel like it's just an organization thing, right? Like, there's a lot of irresponsible drivers out there, so that's why there's driver's licenses. Here we are. You've been driving for 10 years, no driver's license? Dude, that's a long time, man. All right, I don't think it's unusual to want a driver's license. Driving's a big responsibility, in my opinion. Mr. Jonathan, he says... Jonathan Moros. You can open the packs. All right, here we are, guys. 3 packs. Big order. Jonathan going deep. Mr. Jonathan. So, as of right now, there's still no grading going on. We are waiting for the labels to arrive. We ran out of slab labels. That's my bad. We are never supposed to run out of, supplies like that. I guess it was running really low, and John didn't mention it, and I didn't check it. And so we officially ran out. Brash Instigator, Theoden, King of Rohan. Are we still here? Wait, are we still here? Hello? I think I'm still here, guys. Can you see me? Can you hear me? The one ring was in here and I stole it. No, there wasn't lag. What happened was my alarm went off. So I clicked on the button to turn it off and it took me to the home screen. And instantly, Streamlabs started updating. How stupid is that? You think these companies that design these apps would detect if you were streaming? And then they would say, don't update his app. He's live. But you know, actually, I got to give Streamlabs some credit, because one thing Streamlabs does differently from, look at that. One thing Streamlabs does differently from the YouTube app, Streamlabs will actually allow you to get back into your stream if you fall out of it. So YouTube does not. Delighted Halfling? What the fuck? There's an auto update option you can disable. I've done that. I really don't like to do that because I forget to manually update stuff. So I have actually tried that. Okay, very nice. He took the serialized ring of the elves now. We're being robbed. Yeah, apparently that's the thing, huh? Many partings. Why does this look like kind of gay, actually? There we are. Frodo! I guess the hobbits were kind of gay, weren't they? All right. Yeah, like Samwise and Frodo were always about 2 seconds away from making out, it felt like. Mister's taking all the good pulls. Oh, it lagged just when that was the 1-of-1 ring getting pulled. I stole it. Stalwarts of Osgiliath. Easterling Vanguard. Swarming of Moria. Troll of Khazad-dûn. Barrowblade. Eowyn, Lady of Rohan, and Mountain. All right. MTG is Pride. Did you, mister? If it's gay, it's a tax credit. Brokeback Mountain, Lord of the Rings edition, a.k.a. Blank Ring. Here we are. All right. Rangers of Ithilien. This is woke Lord of the Rings, if you didn't know that. Here's River Daughter, Lord of the Nazgul. That is a cool looking card. At least the bad guys get to keep being cool, man. Gimli, Counter of Kills. Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. Anki. Woke of the Ring. Many partings. Lash of Balrog. Yeah, I bet many partings these guys were using the lash too, huh? Mister, you saw the Uber driver get killed because passenger thought she was being kidnapped. I did not see that. That sounds crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. I'm living out here in Lake of the Ozarks. Not a lot of crazy stuff happens out here at all. Far, far away from the city. All right, you ready? Pack number 3, Mr. Jaramo. Let's get you one of those numbered cards. Okay, we got Grey Haven, Coral End, Dreadful as a Storm, Errand Rider of Gondor, Elrond, Lord of Rivendell, Entish Restoration, and Island. Okay, those are pretty cool. Bud Light cards coming out with drag queens. The bad guys are straight white men. Yeah, I would say so. Here's Press the Enemy. Well, maybe it's straight white men's own fault, because I don't think straight white men get into making art. You know what I mean? People were talking about this with Destiny. They're like, all the Destiny artists are like gay, bro. It's like, well, yeah, that's because straight guys don't go out and make art, so that's your own fault. Here's Gilrain, Dunedain Protector. Here we are. Here's Legolas, Counter of Kills. Elrond, Master of Healing. Straight white girls, though, make art. That's true. And I'm not saying white guys never make art, ever. I'm just saying I think they're outnumbered. But, you know, that's what art is about a little bit. Art is about getting out of your your inhibitions, right? Lowering your inhibitions, exploring and all that. So that's just kind of how it is. Samwise Gamgee. I just don't like it, what they've done here, because you got this really established franchise with really clear characters, and they're like, no, your characters aren't diverse enough, sorry. We gotta replace your characters with some other thing. All right, there we go. I like that word, Dunedain, it's cool. How black is too black? It's too black! What are you talking about? All right, beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the order of Mr. Jonathan Morris. Let's find your bag. That was from the other day now, guys. Nothing crazy has come out of those packs so far. Maybe a sign that the good one's hiding somewhere. Jonathan Morris. Did we have you up top or something? I know Jonathan Norris is kept far away, so we don't mix your stuff. Here it is, Jonathan Morris. Oh, you're ready for a box, basically, now. Oh, wow, an early stream? It is a rare Tuesday early stream. I was just asking myself, what's my best use of time right now? And I said, no, should go live. Stepped away from the kitchen just to watch the live stream. Thanks, man. Okay. Would it be 280 for a 151 booster mister? 280, you mean a booster box? There we go. You ever come down to LA? Free cheeseburger and fries. Oh, that'd be lovely. What breaks do you have going on? Some really good ones. I got 2 major breaks going on. There's no box break currently. Here are the 2 major breaks. The first one is PSA 10 Sky Ridge Charizard box topper. That is a box topper card. Your odds are pretty small. 1 in 262, but the entry is only $10. Okay, so like we had one guy yesterday, he bought 10 spots. So now his odds are basically 1 in 26, right? So that's a pricier card. And then the other one is this Lillie 10. She's a waifu card. Waifu cards seem to be going to the moon, so I'm just following that trend. So she's SGC 10 Lillie, 1 in 89. They're both $10 a spot. You can see that there's many spots. I think that's my new pricing strategy for the breaks. The number of spots is irrelevant. It's always a $10 entry fee. Because people don't always want to spend like $20, $30, $40 to get into a break. All right. A man came over to my house and said my wife left her bra at his place. Is this normal? Here we are. Yeah, I wouldn't look into it too much, man. That's just... sometimes ladies lose their bras that way. It's really nice of him to bring it back, actually. Ask him if he wants to be friends, probably. I'm lagging too much in this live stream, says Saint Zero. Are you guys having lag? So we're going to call this Jonathan Morris. Hey, Jonathan, you got a box now. Just a reminder, Mr. John is on vacation. He returns on Friday. So your shipping is probably late. Okay. Hit a refresh on this. FYI, I paid for shipping. Oh! My bad. Let's get this. All right, we got Jonathan Morris. My wife's boyfriend is a cool dude. All right. There we go. Why is it fatter? I get the more I smell bad. What are you talking about? The fatter you get, the more you smell bad? That is not a good question to ask. Let's see. Pat Gibbs sending a penny message to check on the Diva promos I submitted to grade. Yeah, I believe we ran into these here, aren't they? There they are. So they just have not been graded yet. Waiting on their turn. Aaron Searles, PSA grading for my TCCG 10 lady. Hopefully it crosses over. Hey, mister, did the PSA grading go out already? Okay, so this is an interesting subject. You're having me crack a slab, which is actually extra work. There should be a cracking fee and some sort of waiver or understanding that if you buy it, it could get damaged during the cracking method. And so either there has to be insurance or you have to agree that if it gets damaged, oops, too bad. So, right, so we need some kind of system like that. I'm going to go contact, so John's not even here because I have John do the cracking. I'm researching a new tool for the cracking. I noticed a tool that I think would be really good for cracking the cards out. And I want to test it out. I don't care about the damage, but a fee, sheesh. Yeah. So, well, you will care about it a lot if he accidentally damages it, which does happen on a very rare occasion, but it's possible because you're handling an expensive item. All right, so this is going to say, crack Aaron Searles, lady TCCG card, prepare it for PSA grading. All right. Reciprocating saw. Tie cutters, mister. Best I've used. Tile cutters. I found a tool that looks like a gigantic nail clipper, and so I'm probably going to try out some of those. Fees with Pokemon. I know. The cost of living's high, man. We gotta get good wages for Mr. John, and then to be able to afford his good wages, I gotta charge you something if he's gonna be doing work, you know. He's not charging you lawyer fees or anything, so it's not too bad. Caleb Nichols says it's Kara. 2 packs of 151. I need a bag. I'm so terrible with the name change. I'm terrible with that. Let's go ahead and get this. My brain's very good at just automatically reading what it sees on screen. It's like on autopilot. So I'm gonna try real hard not to do that. Here we are. All right. I use a blowtorch to crack my slabs. Let's see what we got. We got War Turtle. Whoa. Okay, War Turtle, lovely. Can we get a hit? Can we get a hit? We got a lovely reverse Cubone, very cute. Minimum wage just went up again for LA. Minimum is now $17 an hour. $17 an hour, poor dude, because that's still not enough money. It's crazy out there. What are you supposed to do, you wonder, you know what I mean? All right, guys, so the price on the Pokemon 151 has come back down. Says I now have cards in stock. Happy with that. Oh, new bag. Kara Nichols. Tile nippers, misters. I cracked 20 slabs with them yesterday. Tile nippers. Huh. Let me look that up. Oh, yeah, that's exactly the style of tool that I'm looking into. Yeah. Okay, so they actually have a name called Tile Nippers. I've seen them under a different name, too. Because that's not what they were saying. All right. Got to remember this. Kara Nichols. I have a very bad time remembering to call you Kara. There we go. All right. I like your War Turtle. Very nice. Yeah, enjoy the $14 a pack price, and we'll try to keep it at that price. So Calvin says 2 151s. You got it, Calvin. 5 Minecraft time to mine packs. Inky. Give me a second. So I am getting tons of messages on people who want me to buy their junk slabs. And I'm really thinking about creating some kind of service to get them sold. What do you guys think? Minimum wage in UK is $10.42 a pound an hour. Yeah, that's that comes out to like 14 US dollars an hour, roughly. So that seems about right. Here we are. I think minimum wage in the US, Missouri, is $12 an hour. When I was a young whippersnapper, when I was 18, minimum wage in Missouri was $7.25. Yeah. And I was making $12 an hour back then, thinking I was making bank. Because, I mean, $7.25 versus $12, that's like $5 over minimum wage. It's almost double minimum wage. It's $7.25 here. Okay, so you guys still got the $7.25. I would send you my slabs to sell, not junk slabs, high-end slabs, just don't do well in the UK. I only get 15 in the oil field, where all the money comes from is overtime. That's how I made a lot of money with Coca-Cola too. But you know, to be honest, overtime is overrated, dude, because they're robbing you of your free time to actually spend your money and your free time to relax and be with family. So it's a special high cost to have to work so many overtime hours. Here is diamonds. Now, I'm not telling you to go quit your job or anything. Just keep that in mind. When you have to work overtime in order to jump into the higher bracket, you also pay more taxes on that, right? So it's not as good as I remember it. Now that I have had an office job where I just automatically was making more than I was making at Coca-Cola, you know, I look back on Coca-Cola like, wow, they really got the best out of my youthfulness and energy. Oh, look at that. Whoa, that is so cool. So I think the Ghast is probably my favorite character from Minecraft. And that looks so cool, dude. Yeah, forget about the creeper. The Ghast is cooler. I love their creepy noise that they make. And I love the atmosphere of the Nether. So fun. Okay, we got the kitty cat. The payout for overtime is not worth it unless it's tax-free, which it never happened. I paid $35K in taxes, not including my wife's. Oh, no, man. Okay, here is... What is this called? It's called Ahoy. Oh, it's a sunken ship. That's what it is. Never work at a grocery store. I had one girlfriend who worked at a grocery store, and it was pretty miserable. And she was forced to join a union at the grocery store. The union didn't do anything for her. It did squat. There was no point being part of that union. All the union really did was take some of her paychecks. That was when I started forming an opinion about unions, because before that point, I did not have an opinion on unions. Oh, that's kind of bent. Oh, that's too bad. I did not have an opinion on unions before then, but she joined a union, and they just always took some of her money, and yet her job paid minimum wage. So what? What's the point of the union? You still get minimum wage. There were no healthcare benefits. And that's when I realized a union can exist and just shave some money away from the worker and basically do nothing for the worker. And if you're forced to join it, then it's just like, great. The union managed to organize, and now it just siphons money off of workers. It doesn't really do anything for the workers. It just siphons the money, and it's never going away unless the business goes out of business, right? So I'm not saying all unions were like that, but I learned a lot about unions from her job. Then I joined a union when I worked at UPS, and it was kind of the same deal. It was paying, at the time, it was paying like $12 an hour, which wasn't very good. And I wasn't entitled to healthcare benefits. The only thing I can say about it was people around me constantly said, you don't got to do that. We got union rights. You don't got to do that. Don't do more than they tell you. Total B location. It was such a negative. It was such a totally negative atmosphere, like a us versus them atmosphere. I hated it. And then out of my paycheck, this huge chunk of money came out of my paycheck, like an extra tax every time. I quit that job. I didn't like UPS. Yeah, so I've had 2 union experiences, and they were both bad. I really want to move to Missouri, but I don't want to lose my 2.3% interest on my house. What do you think, mister? Oh, that's pretty good. 2.3%? Well, you know what you could do? If you had enough income, you could move to a new state and then hand your house over to a property manager. Now, the property manager is going to take some chunk of income for renting your house. He's going to take some like 25%, maybe a little more, maybe 30%. But he's going to run your house for you and turn it into a productive asset. So now you're a landlord, and you can go and pick up a new house in another area if you want to try a new area. Oh, here we go. We got a Master Ball girl. Who's this girl? All right, you got Master Ball, Mr. Calvin. First pack is good. Second pack. Oh, what do we got? Oh, what's this? Oh my God. So close, Kara. I'm sorry. Dude, you should have bought 4 packs, but you wouldn't have known. Holy, look at that. Now, I just want to point out, this is from the old case. I just showed you guys we got 2 brand new cases. So hopefully another shot at Erica very soon, okay? Just like old times, says Alex. Look at that. That's the SAR. That's the first Erica SAR we pull. So Erica was not in the first case we opened. First case we had regular Erica, Blastoise alt, Charizard alt, Venusaur alt. Second case we opened had the Erica SAR. Very fascinating. I'll go ahead and clip that. Calvin Fellman. You're doing pretty well today, Calvin. I think you just made a couple $100 on that. Mr. Mike's side. That's right. We get cases, guys. That's part of the reason why my price is a little high. You know, if I wanted lower prices, I could get them by buying lower quality product for you guys. But I never do that. I don't do that. All right, so Mike's side. It's going to say 20. There we go. Is buy product that's probably already been searched. Right, like loose boxes. But we don't do that. We get cases. It does cost a little more to get the case. That's the bottom line. And the reason I point this stuff out is I'm competing with a lot of guys who do the same job. A lot of rip and ship. But you know those guys are going to cut corners in order to get their prices down, in order to compete. That's what they're going to do. Here we are. And you're going to pay the burden of that and not know it. Look at that. I'm going to have a rope if lag keeps happening. Lag, says Yogo. There's lag. You guys are saying lag. I won't lie, my wife might be in some sort of live stream. She has a job too. And so if we're having some lag, maybe the routers just need to be reset. But she might be using some heavy amount of bandwidth for her job. She has a very important job, and they live stream to each other. They have conferences. I don't know if that would be enough to cause lag. Who rubber banded bad there? Mr. Job over wives. Yeah, I agree, actually. My job is more important. She would agree with that. All right, so this should say Calvin Fellman on it. Calvin Fellman. You lucky dog. You make some people angry today, Mr. Calvin, because I don't think you're the only one who bought these. How much raw? Is it like 400, 500? I don't remember. All right, but this goes into the Cool Kid box. Let's see who's in the Cool Kid box. Upgrade the Wi-Fi. I don't think I can upgrade it. Oh, but you know, I never tried to get the business line, did I? I need to write that down on a list of things to do. Mandalorian. Wow. Wow. Cool stuff in here, man. 725, says Mike's side. Whoa. That's a lot, man. Wowee. That's why people pay money to open packs, is because it's kind of like gambling, right? Like, there's an understanding, there's a certain level of liquidity to the cards that you're opening, and if you get the right one, well, you can cash it out, right? Like, he could, if it's 725, he could probably sell it to me for some amount, and I would just definitely buy it at some point. Like, let's say he said $400. I'd say, all right, 400. Here we are. I don't rush to buy the girl cards personally. I think they tend to be overpriced. But, you know, or he could put it on like eBay and auction, and maybe it would go for 600. You know what I mean? Who knows? But then, of course, he pays an eBay fee at that point. All right. Thank you, Calvin, for the big order. Victor Alvarez, 30 tore my slab away. So one of the reasons that I believe the market slowed down a little bit is because people are not paying as much toward their slab aways. And that is not a good sign. There's going to be 520. Oops. I think people are out of money right now. So I need to offer a way to sell your cards for you. Would you guys like it if I put your card in auction on the table and then whatever it sold for turned into store credit for you or something? He sacrifices them to scissors. What makes no sense is that 141 is so pricey when Clay Burst, Chase, etc. is more expensive. Yeah. Holy. Any new subs? Well, it's not as surprising as you think, Leo. Let me do some math for you real fast, Leo. So you maybe think, well, Clayburst's hit is bigger, right? But Pokemon 151. So we know something new about it. It's a 20-pack set, right? So there's 20 packs. So your odds of pulling the hit are now 1 in 20. Clayburst would be... It's a 30-pack set, so your odds are 1 in 30. See, so Pokemon 151, the hit is 1 in 20. Clayburst, the hit is 1 in 30. Does that make sense? So yeah, Pokemon 151 packs are a special set. They just cost more, bottom line. They also have the Master Ball pull. So if you count this as a significant pull, which it is, it's now 2 in 20. And this is 1 in 30. All right. And you know 2 in 20 is 1 in 10. All right. So Master Ball is 2 in 20. Any other interesting things about it? Not really, other than some of the pulls are really nice, like holographic Gengar, reverse holographic Gengar. So, you know, this is really equal to 1 in 10. So the pull rates are very different. And this is why Pokemon 151 is going to cost more than Clayburst. Hope that makes sense. I think the auction idea is something. Most auctions suck because they get a minimal amount of viewers, but with you would get 150 viewers immediately. So I'm thinking about offering to sell your card for you as long as it is turned into store credit when it sells. I know when you list on eBay, you have a 13% eBay fee. We could do a style of selling where we place the card up there like a fixed price or an auction. Here's the problem with it. I have to make money selling your card. If I cannot make money selling your card, then why would I sell your card when I got all my cards to sell? So I got plenty of my own cards to sell right now. So that is a subject that we were talking about on our daily walk. But it seems like a lot of people need to liquidate their card sets so fast. And I can't buy them all. I just can't. So I don't know what to do. But I think I ought to offer some kind of service to get your card sold for you. And I'm thinking I could list on eBay, or I could list in my stream or something. I don't know. Maybe I could list it in Pokestan Marketplace for you. I don't know. Just take a cut, says Wolfgang. Members only, Mr. Master Ball Hollows will be $2 max. I disagree, Don Silent. Mister, do you buy slabs? All the time. I constantly buy slabs. Yeah, so you can reach out to me and sell me a bunch of slabs. But yeah, so Master Balls are 1 per box. So they're as rare as the hit in the box. So you're wrong about that. The Master Ball Hollow should be considered valuable. Right? Because there's 1 hit per box and there's 1 Master Ball per box. Jonathan Emmons, 1 Disney Snipe. Now, some of them, you're right, will be worth $2. Like if there's a Master Ball Rattata, no one's going crazy over that. But Master Ball Pikachu is always going to be expensive. It is Jonathan Emmons. I mean, it might come down in price just for the fact that so many boxes are printed. So if they print enough of it, but that'll be true for all the hits in the set at that point. So all the hits in the set will be cheap at that point. All right, Mr. Jonathan, you got 1 hollow. Master Ball Erica sold for $70. Why not just use a consignment service? Well, that's what I'm saying. I think I need to start offering consignment to help you sell your card. All right, there we go. BD Kicks says 2 energy lottos for the snipe. 2 energy lottos. BD Kicks, good luck. These are the energy lottos, everybody. Very popular, by the way. 1, cold. 2, cold. Ah, those psychic energies, man. They'll get you. Sorry, BD Kicks, those were cold. Bryce Wolf, 1 Unbroken Bonds, 1 PokeBRUH. Okay, you got it. So that is Sun and Moon era Unbroken Bonds. Has this pack gone up in value? I haven't even looked in a while. There's a cute little Pikachu. You better keep that one. All right, that's cold. Did the Crystal Zard finish? The Crystal Zard? What are you talking about? You mean the box topper? It just started. Started like a day ago. There you go. And 1 PokeBRUH. Nope. We got Dragonite. Wow, that's pretty cool. Pikachu, Gyarados, Colossal, Guzma, and Galarian Berserker. Alright, that's for Bryce. Oh, Bryce. Janine Reverse, worth grading for sure. Mister, can we send you the slabs? We want graded with PSA to you, but hold until payment goes through, or Pat first, then send the slabs. You know, if you need them to be held, you might as well hold them. I don't want to be responsible if they get lost or broken or stolen or any of those things. So you might as well hold them until you're ready. I present Weeping Bell, the most smashable Pokemon. I noticed that before others. I want to point that out. You heard about that here first a while ago. Arthur Bricker, 1 Evolutions. Are you ready? $10% final price fee on any auctioned item someone wants to put out on the stream, whether it's a card or slab. Here's Pikachu. Here's Tangela. Here comes Team Rocket to pull. All right, there we go. Very nice. Ditto, turn it into dildo. What? Here's Pikachu. All right. Mr. Arthur Bricker. Wouldn't Ghastly be good, as it looks like Pocket Wussy? What? All right, there you go. Thank you, Arthur. Here's Aaron Searles, who wants Blau. Here it is. Disney Blau. All right. By the way, I got a fresh case of Avatar arrived today. So did a restock of Crown Zenith. It's Alice in Wonderbar. There we go. Mr. Aaron Searles. Okay. Just here to say hi. Can't stay long. Sorry. Sorry. Aw, man. Beatrice Moniz, can I get 6 packs of Time to Mine and a base set pack? Okay, the Time to Mines, you got it. I love the Minecraft cards. I want to see 10s of these hit in the market one day. I would be happy to grade them, by the way. Here we are. One Minecraft base. Very nice. All right. Only the mods would understand why. Just keeping myself distracted recently. What? Tammy, no. I'm not a mod. Here we are. Toss this over here. Something wrong going on? Let me see. Am I not a mod? Wait, I want to be a mod. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tammy. All right. You ready? Mod are gay. Let's keep going. Look at this. Here's Ender Dragon. Mr. Buy some Dream League. Some Dream League. Whatever it is, I hope things work out, Tammy. Yeah, I don't want to be like, you know, if it's something private, I would keep it private. All right. Wow, you got the Ender Dragon. Wait a second. Where's your glow in the dark? Am I not thinking clearly? I'm not thinking clearly. Was there no glow in the dark in this pack? Oh, you got a pack with no glow in the dark. I'm sorry. I guess that's probably that's a bug. You got a no glow in the dark pack. But you know what? Ender Dragon's probably one of the better pulls. So, nice holo. Hey, Mr. Me and my wife, Wanda, a Blaziken break. And I was wondering if we had to pay for shipping. Oh, do you mean won the Blaziken break? Do we need to pay for shipping if our previous shipping hasn't been shipped yet? Unlikely. It's probably going to be included. Yeah, so if you've got something where the label is printed and it hasn't gone out yet, what happens is all your stuff gets included. Well, by the way, everybody, John, the guy who does the shipping, he is on vacation until Friday. So I've been saying that a lot, but it is true. He is on vacation till Friday. There has been a pause on shipping. I guess I could go do it, but I like John doing it. Since John does the shipping, I'm able to come here and provide you 2 streams today. See? So that's how it kind of works. Look at that. Snowball fight campaign. Champion. Dude, it's hot in here. Is it hot in here? I feel like my wife turns the AC down, and then it gets swelteringly hot in these rooms. I need to tell her she's going to get spanked. She's going to get in very bad trouble if she does that again. John's always out of office. That's not true. Here we are. If you want to be competitive, I would work extra hours for you for the same pay and take little to no days off. Well, John doesn't take a lot of days off either. I offered him the vacation because I appreciate all his hard work. Here we are. Mr. Masaku. Where you live, Mr. Masaku? I like it when people talk that way, by the way. I want to be competitive. Look at this. Oh, the sketch zombie. So cool. Loving it. I live in Kansas City. You're in Kansas City? So you're actually nearby? Because I was thinking about hiring somebody to sell singles, though. Yeah, to take a bulk and try to make the bulk productive somehow, but I don't know how. Beware of which. What do you currently do for employment? You do anything expensive, or you just do kind of like fast food or something? I don't mind fast food. That's why I'm asking. Time to mine. So if somebody's like, they're like an accountant at an accounting firm and they want to come sell cards, I'd be like, probably keep your accounting job. My Topps first movie, Hollow Venusaur, John graded, got a 10. Nice. Here we are. You mean encapsulated? John encapsulated? Did I miss an earlier message from you, Tyler? I'm pissed, this Leia Merc. Okay. Tyler says yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I do freelance work similar to your editor. So do you do some editing then? You do like video editing? Because that's actually a useful skill for what I do. Here we are. I bought a Charmeleon Super Rare 9 from you yesterday. Since I've gone and bought the other 2 in 9s to match, man, it's an addictive hobby. Oh, no. Wow, man, I can't get over these sketch cards. They are way too good looking. The sketch cards are amazing. I kind of do a bit of everything in social media space. Ha ha. Here we are. Well, you know, we're always looking for another person to consider editing like shorts or something like that. There's actually some videos I'd like to make one day. Probably both for the gaming channel and this channel. And I just cannot do it because my one job is to get this stream running every day. And so there's all this stuff I'd like to do that I can't do. Here we are. Let's see. Only problem is if you came out here, you know, John's already got that other house. I wonder if he'd be willing to share rent with you. I mean, John's living by himself and he's got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. He could easily have another person in there. But when I mention that to him, sometimes it's like, yeah, I kind of enjoy having the whole place to myself. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right. But, you know, he'd make more money if he didn't have to pay so much rent. An OnlyFans with poke cards. Sheesh. You need to play old school RuneScape with me, LMAO. Yeah, I used to play a lot of RuneScape. I miss it, but I don't think I'd have time today now. I learned some really important lessons from RuneScape, believe it or not, guys. I learned a lot on one thing in particular. It's called the Grand Exchange. Do you remember the Grand Exchange? That came out, and I became a millionaire in RuneScape without doing anything in the game but playing the Grand Exchange. I was extremely good at it, and I never forgot that. Beatrice, I've got a box, says Beatrice. You got it. I play the shit out of it. You still play? Here we are. Ugh. I just don't have time, obviously. All my time goes to these cards now. Grand Exchange flipping. I didn't necessarily... I did flip. I did. It was flipping. But I used some really interesting strategies to flip. And it was something I like worked out over a long period of time and experimented with. Here we are. Ugh. But basically, I learned some really important concepts about having a lot of money and then buying out an entire market. So that was a really important concept that I never knew. I was just a kid. There was no education. Like, I was homeschooled too. There was no education that taught this. But I would go into RuneScape and buy 100% of an item out of the market. And once it was completely gone, I would just change the price to the price I wanted it to be at, and it would actually sell. So if you had an item, and what was tricky about this was, I didn't do this with expensive items. I did it with unusual cheap items, items you would never notice. So it's odd, because that's kind of what I do today. I distinctly remember saws. There's a saw in the game, and it was like 30 gold points or so, whatever it was called, gold coins. And so I would buy 100% of them out of the Grand Exchange. It didn't matter what the price was. I'd buy like 100% of them until the Grand Exchange had 0 saws for sale. Nobody was really working hard to provide saws to the Grand Exchange, but I bought 100% of them. And so if I was buying them on average at 35, I would then sell them at 55. And what was interesting is no one cared. They're like, I don't care, 55. Yeah, they wouldn't have cared between 35 and 55. It just didn't matter to them. But since there were no other saws on the market, the only saw for sale were mine. So I would sell all the saws that I bought on average at 35. I'd sell them at 55. And then I'd use that gold coin to buy, once again, 100% of the saws out of the market and just flip it over again. And this was making me a millionaire because I was applying this idea in really complex ways to other items in the game. And so I would get into the game, and it's like, the first thing I'd do is collect a couple $1 million a coin, and then I'd run that idea all over again. And it's an idea that really taught me a lot. Anyways, there was a lot of small details I learned from that I thought was really peculiar. Because there were areas where people were really competing to buy and sell and flip in RuneScape. But I would get into really weird stuff. I'd be like, what about ashes? Who buys the ashes? No one does. No one cares about selling them either. So you got rich players who don't care about selling ashes. It's not even worth their time to plug it into the Grand Exchange. So you could buy like 100% of the ashes out of the game and then plug them back in at a higher price. And the higher price might be double the price, but it might be like 10 gold coin. Nobody cares about 10 gold coin. But because of the distribution, the mechanism of the distribution of Grand Exchange, you could sell like 20,000 pieces of ash in an hour or two, right? Like depending on who's buying it, but it would just sell very quickly. An hour or two is an exaggeration, but maybe like in 24 hours. So if you're the only provider of ash in the market because you bought out the market and then doubled the price, you just sell them all. And those ideas ended up being very important for me later in life. 6 Corrupted Art, 1 Sneaker Bunko, $1 to the birthday slab. You got it. Here we are. Cue up that RuneScape music now. That's why I'm buying up all shuckles. Write that down. Write that down. Yeah, so when I realized that worked so well, I started applying it to some really, really... What I started doing was I started researching items that were unusually cheap, unusually important to the game, and unusually useful, but also maybe a little bit hard to farm. So people preferred to go to the Grand Exchange to buy those items. So once I had my concept, I actually started applying it to the items that seemed best to control. And what I ended up doing was I ended up controlling a lot of the prices on the herbs in the game. Remember the herbs? So, and then at some point, I got really wealthy. So I had like 50 million gold coin at some point, And so now it was really easy. I would walk in with my 50 million gold coin, wipe out a whole market for something really important, and then just plug it back in at a higher price, and it would all sell because nobody's got any product left. And yeah, that was I was shocked at how wealthy I was becoming in the game, and my mind immediately thought, like, this is how the real world works too. I was like, this is definitely happening in the real world. It is 6 corrupted, 1 sneaky bunko. So once you have like 20, 40, 50 million, you can start doing things that are impossible to do without that level of money. All right. By the way, 6 corrupted has a birthday slab, and you guys can contribute to it if you'd like. There we go. All right. Karen O'Sullivan. Hey, mister, could I get 2 Paldea evolved? Here you go, Karen O'Sullivan. The Grand Exchange is like the stock market. A little bit, not entirely, but a little bit. Stock market, I would argue, is actually a lot harder, a lot more complex, and stocks are not the same as like some sort of commodity, perhaps. Here's Baxcalibur. All right. But yeah, I would look for items that were unusually cheap. So it's like something nobody really thinks about. And then, so if an item costs 10 gold coin, it goes to 20 gold coin, which is doubling your money. Nobody really cares about 20 gold coin. That's just how it is. They go, all right, this wooden board now costs 20 gold coin. Who cares? I guess I'll go buy it. They don't get upset and say, you know what? I'm going to go farm. I'm going to go... Whoa, Karen really just reset that bag at the last second. Good job, Karen, because we are just days away from 723, and this would be considered an outdated bag. Whoa. Narrow avoidance of bag confiscation. You would have donated this on 722. Here we are. Whew. Good save. All right. You know, so let's say there's some dumb quest you want to do that requires wooden boards, and you don't want to farm them, and you know you can just buy them at the Grand Exchange. You don't want to farm them because you got better things to do in the game. So you're definitely just going to go get them from the Grand Exchange. Well, I've bought all the boards out of the Grand Exchange. I have an order in the Grand Exchange with 1 million gold coins to buy every single wooden board out of the Grand Exchange, and then I have a sell order to double their price. Or maybe triple the price. I'm sure I tried things like that. All right, there we go. Austin Welch, 2 151 packs. You got it. And yeah, so once you have enough money, you can do that at a really big scale. A grand scale, you might say. You have to put out a buy order to buy up everything of one type and a sell order at the same time. This is music. Is this still copyright free? Backing out of here. I'm worried this isn't copyright free. Austin Welch. It's crazy to think that I learned so much from a video game that I never learned in my education, you know? Nowhere in my education would I have learned about such tricks. But I learned it in school, or I learned it on RuneScape. That's why I really believe that I'm not saying that video games are the best form of education, but I do believe that education is very outdated. There you go. One of the ways I know education's outdated is whenever I have my kids, I already know I'm not going to even rely slightly on their public or private education or teach them the most important ideas. I'm going to teach them the most important ideas. Well, what does that tell you? Well, that means school's not teaching those most important ideas, right? So it's kind of scary to think about, like, no, I don't trust the school to teach my child alone. I have to step in and teach them the concepts that, oh, that's Austin Newsom. We need Austin Welch. That's how you know. Like, if you sit there and you feel like, well, actually, I don't trust the school to teach my child everything they need to know to become wealthy and successful. That's how you know school's not really teaching them the most important things. And school really ought to teach those things, but why would it do that? You know, like, I don't think I don't think the people who actually own the schools want to teach everyone how to become super successful. That's not the goal of school. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Jonathan Emmons, 2 7 Deadly Sins. Mr. Jonathan, you're out of control today, man. Can't wait to meet Mr.'s children in special ed. Yeah, they all have autism. Is that what you guys have been saying? He's autistic. Your eyes are a little far apart. Get any graded 10 Lugias for sale? No, there are no graded 10 Lugias for sale. July is almost starting, though, and I think that means it's been 2 months since the last round of repos, or has it only been 1 month? We are. Still taking orders? What time is it? 5:20? If you put it in right now, I will take care of the order. I kind of want to wrap up soon. I'd like to wrap up around 1 hour. The goal of school is to learn how to learn. You know, I feel like that's a cope, though. Wouldn't you agree? Like, you're going to learn how to learn anytime you're learning. I feel like the goal of school is to learn something significant. You know what I mean? Well, like, what is school going to teach me to do? How to open a book and read? I already know how to do that. I learned how to do that, like, instantly. All right, so now you know how to open a book and read. That's the easiest thing to learn. Learning how to learn is the easiest part. Okay. Going to school teaches you, you know, you're going to get punished for being late. You got to learn how to do what the college professor expects you to do. Like, you better share his political views or he's going to mark you with the lower grade, or her. And what does it teach you to do? It teaches you how to write with MLA formatting or some stupid trash, which is totally unnecessary for success. And it teaches you how to test well, right? So like how to do cheat sheets and stuff like that. So you learn how to test well and dress well and worry about what your teachers think of you. You know what I mean? I think we're all out of orders anyways. Yeah? Mister's kids probably picks on average. Yeah, Alex, one of my side hustles is teaching special ed math. Selling Rand's picture of food he takes for $5. School was made to make factory workers and train you to take orders like a good pet. I cannot agree more. That is exactly what I think school is all about. I think that education has to start. It has to begin with, you know, how wealthy do you want to be? How much work do you want to do? How do you move into positions of power in society, like controlling assets, controlling means of income, controlling commodities, owning large chunks of real estate, owning large chunks of stocks, private equity? How do you become a politician? That's where school should begin. How do you become an innovator, like a top engineer? So education has to begin by saying, you're this like competitive human in a competitive world, and your level of obtainment and success are limited by your knowledge of the world. And so we want to get you really far along so that all of your desires and dreams are satisfied. But first you have to realize that, yeah, this is a competition for success, and you're beginning the participation in it. And you have to go in and find out how to outsmart all your other competitors, right? How to outplay them. But I don't think school starts out that way. School kind of starts out just kind of, you start taking like English or something, read Shakespeare. It's like, okay, good. You know Shakespeare now. Whoa, Marco, he says 5 mail-in grades, 20 mail-in appraisals. Thanks. You mentioned $4 for an appraisal previously. Oh, okay. So Marco, be sure to include a really good note detailing this. I'm going to go make a note of this over here. So 5 mail-in grades and 20 appraisals. That's interesting. So I'm assigning a grade to it maybe, but I'm not actually encapsulating it, correct? You got it. So we're going to go over here to TCCG, mail-ins. All right. Whew. Thank you, Mr. Marco. One of my side hustles is selling large quantities of meth. I want to be like Mr. when I grow up. I marked which cards are for grade and which are for appraisal. You could be anything you want. I talk to John regularly, so feel free to have him reach out to me if there are any issues. All right, so we've got Manuel Diaz. I have a bag. 1 Steamboat Willie. Here we are. Would you like to... Mister, would you like to grab my Is Erica card? What? Is this Calvin Fellman offering to sell me the Erica card? What are you trying to do? All right, here we are. Whoa. You should touch a class. I'm about to touch a class. Manuel Diaz. Manuel Diaz. Mr. Manuel. Let's see. You're probably going to be over here. He says, no, just grade it. Ah, I got you. Yeah, I'd be happy to grade it. Here it is, Manuel Diaz. 24 packs in a box of Weiss. No. It depends on what box of Weiss you're talking about. Muley Freak, it depends on what you're talking about. You should touch my bud with my buds, mister. Nobody can spell, says Dalby. There we go. 6 Corrupted says she'll take 2 Paldeas. Here you go. How many in Avatar? 16 packs in a box of Avatar. Dude, why is it so hot in here, dude? It is so freaking hot. Okay, 1, 2. You got Farigarath. You should teach a class. Teach a class on what you were just talking about, law. There, toss this over here. It's getting hot in here, so take off all of your clothing. I might have to do that. Here we go. Very nice. James Ralston says he'll take a PokeBRUH and Energy Lotto. All right, James Ralston, are you ready? Cold Energy Lotto. Let's try this. 1 PokeBRUH. Oh, wow, that's nice already. Oh, man. So juicy. Charizard, Mewtwo, Umbreon, Genesect. Okay. Well, juicy pack. Mr. James Ralston. Z-Doc says, I'm not around as often anymore. What are the Energy Lottos? They're basically live customs for $5. It's the same idea. Live customs, but they're $5. All right, Mr. James. Thank you. I got all these slabs down here. Ooh. They're so pretty. Michael Kislasco with a really big order, actually. I'm back and ready to pull the trigger on the Shining Zard. Slab away, please, says Michael. Oh, Michael. You're basically taking this just before Cheese Can. You like the Shining Zard, huh? One of the problems with my cards is I constantly, they sit here for a while, and so I'm always interested in updating them. So I can see the CGC 6 is 2.5. There's CGC 6 for 2.5. Obviously, a 7 is much more desirable. Give me a minute. Weird guy. Mr. Make Me Mod, or I'm unliking the stream. Oh, yeah, let me go make you mod. There's not an SGC one, right? No. How about BGS? What does BGS got? Okay, price is looking correct on it. It actually might be a little bit of a nice price, right? That's what I'm seeing. Come on, why does it do this, man? The only thing I have to say is the PSA 7 is like $5,500. We have a 7.5 for $2,800. So that's my one thing. CGC is not doing away with I should ask this: how is CGC dealing with half grades? CGC is not getting rid of half grades, are they? Like entirely? Like, in other words, that's not turning into an 8 in a second, is it? If it's turning into an 8, I should reholder it, correct? Let me take a look real fast. No changes to half grade, says Mike K. Okay. It's just the 9.5 going away, right? I'm just checking. All right, so it's a real expensive card. Let's do it. I think you're getting a good deal on this because the PSA 7's $5,000. Yeah, the PSA is $5,000 and the CGC 6 is like 2.5. It almost seems too low. You tempted me for too long. There are still 9.5s. Poor cheese. One more thing, for our shipping, can you make sure that it is a signature required, please? We have a lot of issues in our apartment with theft, especially for the dollar amount that's being sent. Mr. Evan, if the label's already printed, I'd have to hunt the label down, and then I'd have to cancel it, and then I'd have to charge you more for the signature requirement. Great deal. You know, I actually spent $3,500 on the card. I'm tempted to just change it to the 3.5 and just leave it alone, because I almost feel like there's a chance if I cross-grade, or if I cross-graded it, it would have a chance at an 8. I wonder if that would have a chance at an 8 on a cross grade. Too late, mister. It's not too late. That's okay. I'll send you whatever amount is needed. All right, hold on, man. I'm trying to make a decision on an expensive card here. I paid $3.5 for this, by the way, so I'm selling it at $2.8, which is a $700 loss. Crack it open and PSA it. You think I should? What do you guys think on this? It didn't grade how I wanted it to grade. When I bought it, I thought it was going to be about an 8. It got a 7.5 instead. Sell it to Mikey. You know, it's funny because I didn't actually expect anyone to want it at 2.8. And now 2 people are asking for it. It's making me go, man, maybe you should try to cross-grade it. I would crack it, send it to PSA. I wonder if I just sent it to PSA and just said, you know, get this to an 8. I wonder if they would. It seems close to an 8, to be honest. As a Pokemon vendor for 10 years, I'd crack it and send it to PSA. Let me look at one more thing. Let's say in theory it did come back PSA 8. I don't think there's any PSA 8s for sale to compare it to. I'm definitely, man, I have it up here for sale, and it's time to sell it, and I don't feel like giving it up. That's why I'm sitting here. Regrade with TCCG. I'll just regrade it. Send it to PSA and lose money. Maybe. See, that's what I'm saying. Why have it on the table if you aren't going to sell it? I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things you can do, isn't it? I feel like I've seen 8s with about this quality. Give it a TCCG10. Are those print marks on the back? Well, it looks like maybe right here there's something. Maybe like a smudge. Sign into a chatbot giveaway. I hope you understand it's 2 slabs and the total amount of everything is about 1,000. That's quite a bit to just have stolen, says Evan Rail. Yes. If you don't do, then you may regret it, but I'll send all 3K right now, says Blue Boy. Who's this? Blue Boy saying what? Well, it's your card, mister. Line bit down from top left. Oh, yeah, I saw that already. Yeah, I'm aware of the line. There's a line here. Just don't sell. How much for the 8, mister? There are no 8s to compare to. Here's my only thought. So there is a PSA 7. Hold on, let me show you. So there's a PSA 7 Shining Charizard for sale. Now, the PSA 7 Shining Charizard has 21 watchers, and this one's 6.6 thousand, and then there's one over here for 5.5. Those are both PSA 7s. Now, that's a 7.5, and what I noted was that Cheese was interested in it, and now this gentleman's interested in it as well. So it's generating interest. And when we search for, let's see. So the price of the 6, now this was 1/6 that showed up, and its price is 2.5 from Italy. So, and people don't even like to buy from Italy because it's kind of like, all right, it's an international seller. So they don't do the guaranteed on the internationals, right? But what's interesting is after you pay taxes, it gets even closer to my price anyways. So I feel like it could be underpriced. What do you guys think? I'm no longer interested, says Cheese. Oh, my guy offering 3K for 7.5. That's 8 or less with just that line is Restock. Perfect. Are you taking orders, says Nathan. Nathan, send in an order real quick, okay? I think that if the price of the 6 is 2.5, and that's a whole grade and a half away, and the price of a PSA 7 is 5,500, I do think the Shining Charizard is underpriced. Sell it and put the money elsewhere, says SoCal. The price you have on the slab sounds correct if it was unlimited edition, says Tank Sinatra. Do you take a kidney for it? All right, so I'm going to disappoint him, but I'm going to change the price. And what I'd like to do for you, Michael, is I'll go ahead and get you a refund on the order, okay? The prices on the items do tend to change over time. And so when it's a big important item like this, I do check the price before we go through with the sale. I think I'd like to hold it for now. I don't know if I'll regrade it. But I think if the price of the 6, and there's only 1 6 for sale. Here you go. If the price of the 6 is basically right next to my price, and this is a whole grade and a half higher, and the price of the PSA 7 is 5,000, I think I'd like a chance to change the price on that. Don't sell it to him, but also don't refund him. Want to add Erica SSR? Yes, sir, if you'd like to send it. Here it is. Sorry, Mike, it's going to be store credit. I've already sent Mike a full refund. So, Mike, I apologize for that. It's just that items change over time. So, like, for example, this wick said $400 on it, and we most recently updated it to $1,200. So, sometimes items lay around for a long time and change in price. I feel like the price you put on the table for the price you're happy for. So, the price I have on the table is just, you guys know this, I just match whatever the cheapest buy it now price is. And so when I have a really big expensive card, I like to check to see that it's still at the cheapest buy now price. You've been wigged, says Juno. Getting any Japanese now Neo Genesis in soon. Really want that Lugia. I do actually have Neo Genesis booster packs. We just don't have them for sale. So give me a second. We have Garrett and Adald. 100 to my slab away. 1 box of Avatar. Whoa. All right, Mr. Garrett, give me a second. Michael, I want to make that sale, but I think that probably the price has shifted on that card since the last time we priced him, and it was underpriced at that current point. All right, Garrett. 100 to your slab away. And it's such an expensive card, you know, I have to consider a reprice on it. Here we are, 673. 1 box of Avatar. I'm pissed. Just be aware that that can happen, guys. Here it is. I'm disappointed, but I'm not going to be mean about it. That's very, very kind of you, Michael. Michael, can I get you like a free booster pack or something? I don't think you should show it off if you won't sell it. You're probably right. Here's what happens, though. I'll tell you what happens. I price up the cards. They sit there for a while. No one wants to buy them. Then they go into a box, and then everyone asks for a slab rotate. And so I grab them eventually back out of the box, and then the price has changed on them, and now people want them. But I haven't taken the time to reprice every card. So I used to reprice every card. That means when we add the cards back onto the table, I peel the price off of every single card, and then we reprice every single card. A lot of the times the price hasn't shifted over time. Sometimes they do shift though. And so I just don't feel like repricing every card. But then when people try to make a big purchase, I go, all right, well, we got to double check this card before it goes out. And that's kind of what we've been doing. I don't know if you noticed that, but sometimes when people place an order on a big card, I go, oh, all right, before I do this, let's go check the price on it. Maybe what I could do is just leave the price off of the card altogether. But lately, especially with those big cards, their prices go up and down constantly based on availability in the market. And so that Charizard was 2.8 at one point, and now he's gone. Do you lower the card price when it goes down? Constantly lowering the price. That's right. So when we put slabs back up here and I do a reprice, plenty of them fall in price, and I constantly lower the price. So, and nobody complains about that. Nobody goes, hey, you're not allowed to lower the price. You have to honor your old price. It's only when the price goes up, people do get upset about that, and then they go, hey, you're going to have to honor the old price now. So, but the prices come down constantly. I'll remind you next time I want to deal on something. Sounds good, man. And if you want, I'll get you a free pack of Pokemon 151 next time or something, okay? MJ says, that's fair then. Yeah, so the prices on the table adjust constantly. The problem is that some cards, especially expensive cards, tend to sit there for a long time, precisely because they're expensive. And then when they finally go, the price, it turns out, has shifted dramatically, and I just haven't checked it every single day. Here we go. What do we got? Sounds good. Yes, the one where he runs after Mr. Cent for PSA grading. Ooh, sounds good, man. All right, Garrett Nadal, let's pull you a big hit. Used morning walk shoes for Mike? What? 151 overhyped, huh? There is a lot of hype for 151 that will probably die down over time. But we'll see, because it'll probably hype back up when it comes back out in English. Oh, here we go. Oh, you got the reciprocated feelings card. How nice. Maybe this box will have 2 pulls in it. All right. A lot of Aang making out with whatever her name is. Katara. Free packs for me, too. I wanted the card first, says Cheese. Can I have that dragon card? Here we are. Here we are. Overhyped, overpriced. Anyways, I want some 151. Well, here's the deal. I thought that the price on it was high, too, until I realized it's from a 20-pack box. And so when I saw their prices online, I'm like, why are these so damn expensive? But as it turns out, it's one of the special sets, like VMAX Climax, V-Star Universe, Shiny Star V. Those are all special sets. Pokemon 151 is the next special set in the series those have always been more expensive. So now that I know that, and I didn't know that before because they used a wide box on it, they always use skinny boxes all the way since Tag Team. Do you guys remember Tag Team All-Stars, Sun and Moon? So, and of course they did that for Hidden Fates too. So all those sets, they used the skinny box for the special set. The skinny box looks kind of like this. There's a skinny box, right? And then they just decided for 151, let's use a wide box for some reason. And so I thought it was just the next set, but it's not. It's one of their special sets. And so the price makes a lot more sense on it as a result of that, because those sets people always go crazy for. They typically contain God packs. They typically contain bigger chase cards. And they always go for a lot more money. And you'll see that the price on Pokemon 151 is actually really consistent with the price on V-Star Universe. Nice. Look at that. You got Katara, Quick Thinker. Well, I think this was a good box. You got the Katara card, and then Aang and Katara making out, hugging. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. If I send for shipping, can I have that bulk? So we're running into this problem more and more where people want to just pay for shipping and have the bulk. And if you want to send in $15 for shipping, we'll do that, okay? I don't want to do that anymore. I had another guy do that last night, and it was a problem too. And the difference is this. The difference is that with the bulk, the shipping is actually heavier and easily breaks the pound. That takes you out of first class. So this will take us out of first class. If you want to send in $15 for shipping, we'll do all the bulk, okay? Here we are. I'm worried about a scenario where every time someone ships, they want the bulk. At which point, I'm just a bulk shipping rip and shipper again. Nobody really wants to do that. You'll notice all the rip and shippers say mostly the same thing, that they don't want to do bulk. Here we are, Garrett Nadald. Garrett with the G. Let's see. Ugh. I'll send in the 15. All right, we'll do it, Mr. Muley. I think that works for me. Oop, hold on. Let's see if you already had some cards over here. There you go. Might as well, because you were already going to have to ship that, right? It definitely changes the nature of the shipping by a lot. You should put a disclaimer about no bulk in the description. Isn't there? I thought there was one. I might have had to remove it because the description might be out of room. You run out of room in the description. The YouTube says no more, no more text. Here we are. What if I only want to ship bulk and not the hits? That can be arranged for. You leave your hits behind? Funny, man. All right. Let's see. There we go. Stop making millions on bulk behind closed doors. Here we are. That is not what's actually happened. I was selling the bulk boxes for like 30 bucks, and most of that is shipping anyways. So between the time it takes John to assemble a bulk box, the label for the bulk box, and the time it takes for John to actually also ship it out, it's like you made like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 bucks maybe. It is not a moneymaker, but it is a money loser when you have to ship it. So that's why we remove it, because you lose a lot of money when you have to actually ship bulk. You need larger boxes, you need more materials. It takes more time to arrange everything carefully. There we go. Only $280 for a box of 151? Why so cheap? Yeah, good question. All right. What's this? Nathaniel Martinez, 1 Pokemon Merlin sticker, Series 1. I'm just that good. There you go. One Last Airbender. Get crafty with it. People make stuff and art with it. Yeah, I probably would not have a lot of time for that. What set do you recommend that's affordable with good pull rates? Actually, this right here, the Merlin Series 1 sticker set. Unusually cheap vintage with cards that can sell for hundreds of dollars if they just grade right. There we go. But this one is not going to be a hot pack. That's going to be a cold one. Mister, give him those pre-4th of July specials. Okay, there we go. Here's Avatar. Show me what you got. Muley says, would you prefer I keep it sealed and ship with the extra shipping? Good question. I think it's fun to open it. No, I think that we figured it out. When you want to ship bulk that way, what we'll do is we'll just toss in a little extra fee, and that'll probably be the solution from here on out. All right. Nathaniel. Nathaniel's new. What's up, Nathaniel? You want a free card? Here's a cute little Eevee for you, okay? All right, Nathaniel. Oh, I'm 15 minutes behind watching the Charizard combo. Yes, ultimately I decided with the price of the CGC 6 being nearly the same price as mine, and the price of the PSA 7 being almost $2,000 more than mine, that I would like to hold it for now. I spent $3,500 on the raw card, so I would be more than pleased to get it to sell closer to $3,500. And it looks like prices shifted on those items. All right, Nathaniel. It's just that I was not aware that it changed in price. Okay, I'm back to the live stream, says Kobe. We have an order for Nathan Benson, 3 of the 151 Pokies. Ow. Feel my knuckles. Here we are. Nathan Benson. Can we do a pack break for 151, $2 per spot? That'd be funny. Here's Mr. Mime. Jinx, and what do we got here? Kabutops. All right. For Nathan Benson. Going to be awkward to see the 7 come back, says average player. Let's say it did grade PSA 7. Well, then I would just match the price of the cheapest PSA 7, which is $5,500. So that wouldn't actually be awkward because that's still like almost double my current price. Just seems like too much of a difference, don't you think? All right, Mr. Nathan Benson. Mister just straight up jacks your bulk. Where did that Leafeon go? Wait, where'd that Leafeon go? Oh, here it is. Look, I got my Leafeon VMAX ready to go. What's this? Oh, I got my Leafeon VMAX ready to go. If we pull a Moonbreon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it off screen, and then I'm going to put the Leafeon in and be like, whoa, you pulled Leafeon! All right. Calvin Fellman, send Erica to PSA. Good choice. There we go. Ethan Hunter, let's get 2 packs of 151. Okay, 2 packs of 151. Ethan Hunter. Okay, cutie pie. I don't know about that, mister. And slow, bro. I want people to think that it's real. I can't believe Cardconomist would steal like that. It'd be so funny. This is a real problem. Somebody like reports me to the police. Oh my God, that'd be so stupid. We'll have to make sure that it's understood it's a joke. Garrett Nadal, shipping, plus a $5 tip for the trouble. Oh, that's so nice. You didn't have to do that, Mr. Garrett. Here, let me toss you a bonus, Garrett. You have to do that. You're already paying an extra $5. So here, we'll toss you 1 avatar pack into the box. So there you go. So this one will contain one more hit in it, probably, maybe. I'm reporting you now, says Cheese. No. All right. I think we're done. It's 5:55. I'm hopping off. That is a minor. That's the one with the $1,000 card in it for sure. Average would have made the report. All right, guys. It was a lot of fun. Short daytime stream. We'll be back on for the nighttime stream. Happy Tuesday, by the way. See you later.